Welcome to The Breakthrough, where we talk with technology leaders about their successes, struggles, and everything in between. I'm Alison Dean, VP of Operations at Theorem, and today we are talking with Scott Olechowski, currently the co-founder and chief product officer at Plex, which, according to tomsguide.com, happens to be the best media server app that you can get. So, hello, Scott.
Yeah, Alison, how are you?
I'm good. What do you think, if you were to reflect back on your time so far, what has surprised you the most about Plex's journey to date?
Getting back, we started this as a hobby, right? This was literally, the story here is I have 5 kids and, I've obviously been doing software my whole life and all that. And so living in Chicago and moved out to the Bay Area in California. And these kids, I bought, when my son was born in 1999, I bought one of the first digital cameras, right? So I started to take photos and had videos, and then we had these, I had my MP3 collection now. I'd ripped all my CDs and had that to kind of keep us sane while we're raising these kids. And then the kids always wanted to watch the same DVD again and again. And then they would use them as Frisbees and weapons and stuff. So I was buying the same DVDs again and again. So, I got those stored digitally. And then I had all this digital. It was a great digital media collection, but literally almost no way to consume it. So I eventually ended up where the company I knew was getting rid of these servers because they were replacing them. And I was like, I'll take one, put it behind my TV. I had like a server, it was like fan going and had it plugged into the old TV. This was before flat screens. And I had a wireless keyboard and it was running Windows. And I'm like, oh, isn't this cool? I get to look at our photos, listen to music and play a movie. But it was all like using like Windows Explorer and like a mouse and all this other stuff. And my wife is like, dude, no. Like, it's okay that it's on the TV and coming out the stereo, but this is keyboard on the couch with the mouse and all this stuff. This is no bueno. So that was when I kind of decided, like, all right, there's got to be a better way. So I basically went on a hunt. We found this open source project, and it kind of fit the bill, and that led to me meeting Alon and us kind of like collaborating on this hobby and just basically put it out there in the world, and people started saying, this is pretty cool. And so I think my biggest surprise along the way has just been how, we've been able to build a business, that started as a hobby. We weren't even sure when we started the business what the business model was going to be. Like, that was one of those things. We actually had a big partner, LG Electronics, called us up one day and they're like, listen, we want to fly you out to Seoul, Korea and have you present to our CTO. And so we're like, yeah, okay, we'll take some time off of work and go. I was at Cisco and went, and by the end of the day, he's like, okay, we want to invest. We want to do this. We want to have this at CS. We want to do a demo. And we're like, we haven't really formed a company. I'm not sure we want to. And because again, we just weren't sure what it was going to be as a business. So we kind of took a little leap of faith. And I think the surprise has been that kind of like that, scene, I think it's Indiana Jones, where he kind of like steps over the edge and like there's solid footing. We've kind of been taking these leaps of faith along the way, and we keep on hitting some solid ground. And some of that's luck, some of that's just brute force, some of that's like careful planning. And, but a little bit of like, just like, okay, there's probably solid footing here. It's probably, and it's just, I think our community has helped us get there.
So what do you want the people that report into you to remember you for?
Getting the whole company together is really, really valuable when you're remote, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that, and we have, again, a little bit of that work hard, play hard. One of the things, I actually pulled this out because we have a little tradition. I'm from Chicago, and we do this thing. Have you ever heard of Malort? I
think I have, actually.
Yeah. It's awful. It's the worst thing ever. And it's something that, for the folks that do enjoy an alcoholic beverage, we'll ask them when they join the company to do a shot. When we get together at one of our Plex cons, people are doing shots of it, and it's awful. But it's a funny how like sometimes like the greatest bonding things are the most terrible things. Like terrible projects bring people together. Like really, really hard things bring people together. And Malort, crazy twist of fate brings people together. So it's been kind of a fun little way for me to share some of my Chicago heritage with the rest of the world.
Here's a terribly tasting thing, but you'll remember it for your entire life and look back on it so fondly. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, people do. It's funny. It's
I mean, it makes perfect sense. Of course. It's now everyone's bound together by this moment they've shared. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Thank you for tuning into The Breakthrough. Thank you to Scott. Thank you to Theorem. I'm your host, Alison Dean, and we look forward to seeing you for our next episode.
Thanks so much, Alison. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott. And we'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching just a few of the highlights from this week's breakthrough episode. To see the full podcast, click the link in the description below.